So who were the biggest winners from day 4 of the NFL Combine? Let's find out. First on the list for us is Alabama running back Jahmyr Gibbs. He did come in weighing and measuring a little bit smaller than we expected. They made up for that with a 4.36 official 40, which is almost a tenth of a second faster than it shows on film. So it's nice to know he has a breakaway speed to match his pass catching ability and elusiveness. It's also worth noting that our comp and a very popular comp of his is Alvin Kamara, and Kamara ended up weighing almost 15 pounds heavier and running 2/10 of a second slower, so it's an interesting comparison, and we think he plays like him, but he's a different type of athlete. Next is one of two backs that we think improved their draft stock enough to become the 3 and 4 in this class, seeing as 1 and 2 is pretty much cemented. Charbonnet, who was known as a power back, measured in at 214. He was listed at 220. Thought he actually looked a little bit slimmer in a good way. He looked a little bit faster. He ran a 4.53, which is great for his size, as well as some pretty impressive jumps. Where he really shined for us, though, is the positional drills. He looked light on his feet. He did really well with the receiving routes, even though this wasn't a surprise as he caught a lot of passes for UCLA. Overall, our comparison of David Johnson seems to be looking pretty on the money based on what he looked like out on the field. The second of two that we think cemented themselves as numbers 3 and 4, and these can go either way, is Roschon Johnson from Texas. He ran a 4.58, which in any other year would have been a pretty decent time, although it looks a little underwhelming based on what others ran in this class. That being said, he had one of the best 10-yard splits and had a very good broad jump. His vertical was not great, but he also really looked good in the positional drills. Again, like Charbonnet, light on his feet for being a power back size, and in the pass catching drills especially, he showed that he is probably just as good as Bijan for someone that was not used in the same way, and he has a lot of upside as a pass catcher and a power back with enough speed to break it away. To the surprise of almost no one, Devon Achane left the combine as the 40-yard dash champ in the running back group. He blazes on tape, and he actually weighed in at 188 pounds, which was a big win for him. We still think the size of Charbonnet and Roschon Johnson is going to get them drafted over him, but it wouldn't be hard to imagine a team covets his speed combined with his pass catching, as well as his surprising power for his size. Real quick, before we get to our final winner of the day, we just wanted to ask if you like this content to please like and subscribe. We really appreciate it, and we hope you see you back on our channel. Thanks. Our last big winner at running back, although it needs to be mentioned that almost every back looked really good and that this may be one of the better classes in a long time from 1st to 7th round, is Devon Achane. He really tested well, and he ran a much faster 40 than almost anyone expected. As well as he did every drill. I believe he was only one of 2 backs to do every single drill, including the shuttle and the cone. He also was on camera constantly for taking every single pass, carry, and running it to the end zone. A lot of people may view this as tacky, but it sounds like that's just the kind of player he is based on reports, and that he's been doing that for a long time before the combine. It's the little things that can help prospects stand out, like Isaiah Pacheco last year running as hard as possible and hustling every play, that can get a lesser prospect noticed and drafted higher than they were thought, and it's hard to believe any running back improved this draft stock more than he did.